Using Blender 2.6, we're going to create a lunar landscape for a lunar landing animation, and this part of the modeling process is where we create the objects for our animation. So let me activate the screen here, and with the default scene we have a cube and a camera and a light. I'm going to go ahead and select the cube by right mouse clicking on it, and it's highlighted, so it's selected, and hit the delete key and delete that cube. And now we're going to add a landscape. In order to do that, we want to go to the mesh menu and add a landscape, but there is no landscape item in the mesh menu, so we need to activate the add-on. So to activate an add-on, we'll go to the file menu and open the user preferences window, and let me drag that into our space here. And in the add-ons submenu, and we've got different submenus here, there is a mesh group of add-ons, and here at the top is the ANT landscape, so we'll activate that and we can close this. And what this will do is, here to our add menu we'll have landscape. Okay, but before we do that, objects in Blender are added at the position of the cursor. So by middle mouse holding and dragging, I can tumble our view. That cursor is down below the ground, and we want to add that landscape right here at the center. So we're going to use the snap menu, Shift S will call the snap menu, and I'm going to select cursor to center. Now we can go ahead and add our mesh landscape. Whoops, slipped off it there. Add mesh, going very deliberately here to the landscape item, and got a small object added in the center. And again, I'm going to scroll in with the middle mouse wheel, and you can see here's our little landscape. So I want to make that larger. If you want to edit that before you do anything else to it, you can come down here and there are various adjustments you can make, such as height. We can change the height of it. We can make more plateaus and such. So I'm fine with it the way it is, and I think it'll make a good menu, good landscape for us. So let's scale it up. I'm going to scale it numerically, holding the S key or pressing the S key, and then pressing on the number pad the number 5. So we scale it up by a factor of 5. And I think we're going to need it bigger yet, so let's do that again. S key, press 5, and that's a very mountainous lunar landscape. So let's activate the scale manipulator right here, and we'll just left click and drag on the Z and scale that down. And now we have an interesting, not too dramatic lunar landscape. And what I want now is a flat area to land our lander, so I don't accidentally have to worry about the lander legs sticking through the ground. So let's put this into edit mode here. Go to this menu, go to edit mode, and I'll press 7 on my number pad for a top view. You can also get here to this menu, view top, and deselect everything with the A key. Use the C key to get a circular selection tool, and here the mouse wheel will also enlarge or reduce the selection area. Let's just select an area here, and then just to make it interesting, we'll just select a couple of different areas to make this somewhat irregular. Alright, now I've got this area selected. I want to flatten that all out, so I found the fastest way to do that is numerical scaling. So I'll press S, then I'll press Z for the vertical axis, and 0 on the number pad, and enter. So now we have a nice flat landing area. Alright, now I'm going to save this Blender file. Well, let's see, before we save it, let's name our object. And over here in this is the properties dialog or context, and we'll select the little cube here, and Right now it is called landscape. Let's go up here in the scene menu. It's named landscape, and that's pretty good actually, but I'm going to call it lunar surface. Whoops, let's turn off the cap locks. Lunar surface, and hit enter. And now I'm going to save the Blender file, and we'll do a save as, and I've got a folder here that I've created, and let's go ahead and call this lunar surface. See, I'm not going to put any spaces in my name. There we go, and save as a blend file.